and very good afternoon. So, welcome back to today's session of CA Foundation. And in today's class, we are going to start the topic compound interest. So, what we are going to do in this second session is mainly the compound interest. And in the previous session, we had covered simple interest. So, the previous session was completely based on simple interest. Now, today is the second session for compound interest, and then third session will be based on annuity. So overall, this chapter is divided into three parts. Okay. So now let's see who all are live with us now. Tarun Sinha, Akilandeshwari, Aditi, Kashish, Pramod, Ashwarya, and many more. So first of all, if we talk about compound interest, so here every time the principal goes on changing. We had discussed in simple interest that principal remains the same throughout the tenure, whether it is for 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years. Principal remained same. That is, interest was calculated on the same figure, on the single amount, that is the principal. But here in compound interest, the principal changes every year. So how it happens, we will be discussing today with the help of few examples. So some more people are live now. Nikita, Nidhi, Aditi, Ananya, Prananjay, Shreya, Shruti, Srishti, Omkar, Rahul, Vipul, Aisha, Meghna, Ashutosh, Ria, Purva Joshi, Sulekha Verma. Okay, so very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the today's session. So the today's topic is very much important and relevant for the examination. Okay, so let us begin with the formula first, and then we will be taking one good example. So first of all, the basic formula for compound interest is to calculate the amount. Now, how do we calculate amount here? Amount is equal to principal multiplied by 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Amount is equal to principal multiplied by 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Now here P is the principal. P is the principal. I is the rate of interest. Rate of interest. N is number of years or number of period, that is the time. So these three things are required to calculate amount: principal, rate of interest, and then the time period. The second formula is to calculate compound interest. Now, how to calculate compound interest? It is simply amount minus principal. So when we subtract principal from amount, so amount minus principal, then we get interest, that is the compound interest. One more thing can be done if we substitute the formula in place of amount. Amount की place पे अगर हम उसका formula substitute करते हैं, then see what we get. So principal multiplied by 1 plus I to the power of n and minus principal. We can take P as common. So what is left? 1 plus I 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1. So this is the formula for calculation of compound interest. So these are the two main formulas which we are going to do today. Yes, some more people are live now. Let's see who all are there. Haneen, Aditya, Darshan, Aryan Kumar, Ansh Verma, Manish Jain, and Shruti Pathak, and one more, Miss Thomas. Great. So these are the two formulas for calculation of amount and compound interest. Now let us take one simple example first. Now there is one situation that the principal is rupees 1 lakh. Okay. Then the time period, time is 3 years. Let's take time as 3 years and rate as 10%. Rate as 10%. Now we want to compare simple interest and compound interest, like how much will be the simple interest and how much will be the compound interest. So if we calculate simple interest, then the formula was principal into rate into time divided by 100. So what is the principal? It is 1 lakh into rate is 10%, time is 3 years, and then divided by 100. So how much we are getting? We are getting simple interest as 30,000. And if you want to calculate the amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. That is 1 lakh plus 30,000. The total will be 1 lakh 30,000. It was simple interest, which we had covered in the previous session. Okay. Now, if we talk about compound interest, so how to calculate the compound interest in detail? Let's say year, then the principal. Now, let's say today is the first year. We are in the beginning of first year and we are investing rupees 1 lakh. We are investing rupees 1 lakh. Now, we will get interest at the rate of 10% per annum. Rate of interest is 10% per annum. So 1 lakh multiplied by 10% for 1 year. How much will be the interest? Interest will be 10,000. Now, if we add both of them, principal plus interest, we will get amount. So amount will be how much? 1 lakh 10,000. 1 lakh plus 10,000, it will become 1 lakh 10,000. Now the most important thing, this 1 lakh 10,000 is the amount at the end of first year. This is the amount at the end of first year, and the same will become principal for second year. This 1 lakh 10,000 now become principal for the second year. Now we have to calculate interest on this 1 lakh 10,000. So how much will be the interest? It will be 11,000. So 1 lakh 10,000 multiplied by 10% is 11,000. Now what will be the amount? After adding, we are getting 1 lakh 21,000. So this 121 is the amount at the end of second year, and the same will become principal for third year. So 1 lakh 21,000 is the principal now. Now add 10%. 10% of this is 12,100. So the total will be 1 lakh 33,100. So this is the total amount. This is the total amount. So now, if we have to calculate the total interest earned, we can add the all interest values. We are getting 33,100. And 1 lakh 33,100 denotes the amount at the end of 3 years. It denotes the amount at the end of 3 years. And 33,100 is the compound interest for 3 years. Okay. All right. So if we compare both of them, compound interest we have computed as 33,100, whereas simple interest was 30,000. That means while computing compound interest, we are getting additional 3,100 rupees. So this much is the total benefit. This much is the additional benefit by using compound interest. So this was the complete detailed method. But now what we have to do, we have to do all these calculations simply on our calculator. No need to write anything. Simply we can do all the calculation using our formula. So let's do that. Now applying the formula, amount is equal to principal 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Now, in place of P, what we are writing? 1 lakh rupees. Then 1 plus I. I is the rate. So 10 upon 100 whole to the power of time. Time is 3 years. So 1 lakh multiplied by 1.1 whole to the power of 3. Now you can calculate this on your calculator. So 1 lakh multiplied by 1.1 to the power of 3 is 1.331. and finally you are getting 1,33,100. So this is the amount. This is the final amount. So in this way, we can easily calculate. Now, if we talk about practical situation in banks, normally which is used, simple interest or compound interest. So practically compound interest is used. Practically compound interest is applicable in most of the cases. That means principal renews every year. जो हमने फर्स्ट ईयर में डिपॉजिट किया उस पे हमें इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा फर्स्ट ईयर में, दोनों क्लब हो जाएंगे और क्लब होने के बाद जो अमाउंट बनेगा दैट विल बिकम द प्रिंसिपल फॉर सेकेंड ईयर. फिर से उस पे इंटरेस्ट अर्न होगा एंड देन जो सेकेंड ईयर का अमाउंट होगा दैट विल बिकम द प्रिंसिपल फॉर थर्ड ईयर. सो दिस प्रोसेस गोज ऑन. So this is simply known as the compound interest. तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट में सिंपल से ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. Yes, so I think everyone has understood till here. And this was the calculation of amount. Now if we have to calculate compound interest, simply amount minus principal. So 133,100 minus principal is 1 lakh. Therefore, you will get 33,100 as the compound interest. All right. Okay, so let me discuss once again with different figures. Now you have to use the memory function of your calculator so that you can compute it easily. So let's take another example. This time the principal is rupees 5 lakhs. 5 lakh is the principal. Then rate of interest is, let's say, 12%, and time is 5 years. Time is 5 years. Now you have to calculate amount. So apply the formula 5 lakh multiply 1 plus I. I is 12 by 100 whole to the power of 5. Now this is 1.12 whole to the power of 5 and then multiply by 5 lakh. And now how to do this calculation on your calculator? Now first of all, check your calculator that nothing should be there on the calculator. Screen should be blank. Blank screen होनी चाहिए और उस पे स्पेशली M का साइन नहीं होना चाहिए. There should be no M sign on the calculator screen. Okay. Now type 1.12 on the calculator. Now first of all, we are calculating the power 5. So how to calculate power 5? 1.12, press multiply and then equal to. Equal to you have to press for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. After pressing for the 4 times, you will get the power 5. You will get the power 5. So 1.12 multiply and then equal to for the 4 times. Now the next step is press multiply button again, then type 5 lakh and then equal to. The answer will be on your screen. So let's see how much you are getting the answer. Yeah, so Manish Jain has given the answer 881,170. Perfect. 8,81,170.84. So this is the amount. This is the amount. So the calculation is very easy. You have to simply do 1.12, press multiply equal to for the 4 times and then multiply by rupees 5 lakh. Okay. So in this way, you can easily calculate your answer. All right. So this was amount, Now, in order to calculate the compound interest, subtract the principal, you will get 3,81,171. So I think everyone has got the answer. Ms. Thomas has got the answer. Nidhi, Aditi, Vipul, Dimple, Aryan, Priyanka, Manish, great. Then Omkar, Sulekha Verma, Ritu Tiwari, Ayushi Jain, great. So everybody has got the answer. So how much time we have to press? Whenever you are pressing multiply equal to, pressing equal to for the one time, it means you are doing square. Second time equal to means it is cube. Third time equal to denotes power 4. And then fourth time equal to denotes power 5. So as per your requirement, you have to press the number of equal tos. Okay? Yes, so everybody says clear. Great, got it. Now, one more. After that, we will be moving towards the next question, next variety. So principal is this time, let's say 20 lakhs. 20 lakh rupees is the principal. The rate is 5% per annum. Time period is 6 years and you have to calculate amount. Okay, the 20 lakhs is the principal, 5% is the rate of interest, time period is 6 years and you have to compute amount. Okay, so let's calculate. Now simply you have to do 1.05 on the calculator, press multiply and equal to for 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then multiply by 20 lakhs. Now what's the answer? Let me know. I have the answer on screen. Now it's your turn to reveal the answer. Yes, so who has given the answer? Manish has given, Aryan Kumar, Durgesh Pandey, Meghna Chauhan. Everyone is getting the same answer. That means it's perfect. So 26 lakh 80,191.28. So this is the amount. Yes, so I think everyone is clear now how to calculate amount. Yes, M.A. Mishra has also given the answer. Then Aditi Salvi has given, Ayushi, Aditya, Yashraj, Priyanka, Ms. Thomas, Aisha Sood, Shruti Pathak, Nikita, Purva Joshi. Yes. So now everybody has understood this concept till here. Now the main twist will come. Now what's the main twist here? If we are doing compounding on semi-annual basis or quarterly basis, then what we have to do? So that is the main part. So let's come on that. Now here, focus on this table. First of all, you have to see the 12 months period. That means if we are having just a basic question, just normal question, so in that question by default what we are doing, we are compounding annually. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? एनुअल कंपाउंडिंग कर रहे हैं. एनुअल कंपाउंडिंग मींस व्हाट? जो हमने एग्जांपल लिया था, ईयर के स्टार्टिंग में 1 लाख वाज इन्वेस्टेड एंड ईयर एंड में क्या होता है? 1,10,000 रुपीस बन जाता है. उस 110 को हम सेकेंड ईयर का प्रिंसिपल लेते हैं एंड देन सो ऑन. दैट मींस कंपाउंडिंग साल में एक बार हो रहा है. कंपाउंडिंग इज आफ्टर 1 ईयर, दैट इज आफ्टर 12 मंथ्स. बट अगर क्वेश्चन में ऐसा लिख दिया, इफ यू हैव टू do compounding semi annually मतलब साल में कितनी बार कंपाउंडिंग करना है? 2 बार करना है, 2 टाइम्स कंपाउंडिंग इन अ ईयर। तो ऐसे केस में हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, टाइम को एंड रेट को थोड़ा सा चेंज करना पड़ेगा, टाइम को एंड रेट को थोड़ा सा चेंज करना पड़ेगा। नाउ हाउ टू डू दैट? सो लेट्स टेक वन सिंपल एग्जांपल। ये टाइम के अंदर हम क्या करेंगे एंड रेट में क्या करेंगे, व्हाट वी हैव टू डू विद टाइम एंड देन रेट। नाउ जब भी 12 मंथ्स है, कंपाउंडिंग एनुअली है, नो चेंज इन टाइम, नो चेंज इन रेट, इट विल रिमेन एज इट इज। रेट एंड टाइम में कोई चेंज नहीं रहेगा। बट एज सुन एज हाफ ईयरली कंपाउंडिंग हो जाती है, सेमी एनुअली कंपाउंडिंग हो जाती है, देन मल्टीप्लाई द टाइम विद 2 एंड डिवाइड द रेट विद 2। रेट को 2 से डिवाइड करना है, टाइम को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है। Why we are doing so? Let's say we are having 2 years. अगर हमारे पास टाइम 2 years है and rate of interest is let's say 12% per annum. Okay, तो 2 years है, ईयरली कंपाउंडिंग है, दैट मींस 1 ईयर कंप्लीट होगा, फिर कंपाउंडिंग एंड देन सेकेंड ईयर, दैट मींस कितनी बार कंपाउंड हुआ, 2 टाइम्स कंपाउंड हुआ। When compounding is annually, that means overall compounding is done 2 times. And normal rate is also the 12%. But when the compounding is done semi-annually, हमें 6 महीने से कंपाउंड करना है, तो 2 years में कितने 6 months आ जाते हैं, that means 2 year में कितने half year आ जाते हैं। तो एक साल में there are 2 half years. Okay, in 1 year there are 2 half years, therefore in 2 years there will be 4 half years. So what we are doing, 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. 2 multiplied by 2 becomes 4. Now if we are doing quarterly compounding means we have to multiply with the quarter, adjust the number of quarters. So how to do that? Number of quarters are 4. 4 into 2 years, it will become 8. If we are doing monthly compounding, so in 2 years, how many months are there? In 2 years, there are 24 months. So 12 into 2, it becomes 24. Now, if we have to do daily compounding, then 365 into 2, that is 730. It will become the time period. So जब भी हमें कंपाउंडिंग करना है तो आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा कंपाउंडिंग इज डन एनुअली, मंथली, क्वार्टरली or daily. So let's write in short here. If we are having yearly compounding, second option is half yearly or semi-annual compounding. Third one is quarterly compounding. Fourth one is monthly compounding. And fifth one is daily compounding. Then in such a case, टाइम के अंदर हम क्या करेंगे, yearly means time will remain the same because we have to multiply with 1. Half yearly multiply with 2. Quarterly multiply with 4. Monthly multiply with 12. And daily multiply with 365. Because there are 2 half year in 1 year, there are 4 quarters in a year, there are 12 months in a year, and there are 365 days in a year. That is why हम इससे divide कर रहे हैं. So if time is 2 years, then 2 into 1 becomes 2. 2 into 2 becomes 4 half year. 2 into 4 becomes 8 quarters. 2 into 12 becomes 24 months. And then 2 into 365 becomes 730 days. So in this way, we have to change the time period. Okay. Similarly, rate. If rate is 12% per annum, then we have to divide with 1, divide with 2 for half year, divide with 4 for quarter, divide with 12 for monthly, and divide with 365 for daily. So if the rate is 12%, so 12 divided by 1 is 12, 12 divided by 2 is 6, 12 divided by 4 is 3%, 12 divided by 12 is 1%, and then 12 divided by 365 is dash dash percentage. You can calculate it. Okay. So this is the way of doing compounding. Now let's try some question based on this. Now we don't have to calculate on daily basis because it will be very lengthy for us. So we don't have to solve for daily basis, but yes, monthly, then quarterly, half yearly, we have to solve. Now there is one question. 2000 is invested at annual rate of interest of 10%. So 2000 is the principal, 10% is the rate of interest, and the compounding is to be done annually. Compounding is to be done annually. So how to calculate amount? It's the basic question. So in the first case, amount is equal to principal is 2,00,000, then 1 plus 10% to the power of how much? After 2 years is given, that means power 2. So 1.1 press into equal to. So 2000 multiplied by 1.21. How much you are getting? 2420. So 2420. This is the amount in first case. Amount in first case. Now, second one. In second case, semi-annually. Now, in semi-annually, what we have to do? Change the time and rate. Now, what will be the time? Semi-annually multiply with 2. So 2 years multiply by 2, it becomes 4. And what about rate? Rate is 10% per annum. So divided by 2, it will become 5%. So therefore, amount equal to 2001 plus 5%. So 0.05 to the power of 4. This time power 4 is there. So 2000. Now let's calculate the power 4 and then multiply with 2000. You are getting 2431. 2431. Right? Now the third case. In third case, again, we have to change the time. Now the time is this time quarterly. So 4 quarters, 2 years multiplied by 4 quarters, it will become 8. So time period is 8. Rate. Rate will be 10% divided by 4. It will become 2.5%. Rate will be 2.5%. So let's calculate. Amount equal to 2 lakh, then 1 plus 0.025, now to the power of 8. So this time we have to calculate the power 8. So equal to will be pressed 7 times. So 1.025 press multiply equal to for 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then multiply with 2000. So 2436.8. 2436.8. This is the C part. Yes, everybody has given the answer. Dimple, Aditi, Aryan, Ritu, Shruti. Great. Manish. Now the last part, that is D, monthly. Now this time we have to calculate on monthly basis. So there are 12 months. 2 multiplied by 12, that is 24 time period will be there. Rate. Rate will be 10% divided by 12. So you have to be a bit careful here for rate. So 2000 1 plus now 10%, so 10 upon 12, and then for 100 for percentage, and power will be 24. Now power 24 we have to calculate, so equal to for 23 times. Then multiply with 2000. Now this time we are getting 2440.78. So 2440.78. So these are the four results. Now we can easily compare all of them. अगर हम कंपैरिजन करते हैं, कंपाउंडिंग एनुअली इज गिविंग 2420. जब साल में एक बार कंपाउंडिंग हुआ तो हमें कितना पैसा मिलेगा? 2420. लेकिन जैसे ही साल में 2 टाइम कंपाउंडिंग हो गया, दैट मींस हाफ ईयरली कंपाउंडिंग है, तो हमें थोड़ा ज्यादा पैसा मिला, 2431. थर्ड केस में कंपाउंडिंग इज डन क्वार्टरली, 4 टाइम्स हमने कंपाउंड किया, 4 टाइम कंपाउंड किया तो और ज्यादा पैसा मिलेगा. एंड फोर्थ केस में हमने मंथली कंपाउंड किया, दैट इज 12 टाइम्स इन अ ईयर, तो और ज्यादा मिला. तो जितना ज्यादा हम कंपाउंडिंग करेंगे उतना ज्यादा आपको अमाउंट मिलेगा. ओके, जितना ज्यादा कंपाउंडिंग करेंगे उतना ज्यादा आपको रिजल्ट मिलेगा. सो श्रुति पाठक इज डन, फुल क्लियर, दैट्स ग्रेट. Shreya Modi is asking if it's a leap year. Yes, if it's a leap year and you have to do daily compounding, then of course you can use 366 days. But we don't have to solve for daily basis, all right? Because it's a very, very lengthy process. So example number 12 is now done. Now you can go for example number 13. Yes. Determine the compound amount and compound interest. So amount you have to calculate, and a compound interest also you have to calculate on rupees 1000 at 6% compounded semi-annually. So now you have to be very clear, it is compounding semi-annually, that is 2 times compounding in 1 year. Time period given is 6 years, and some calculated figures are also given. Some computed figures are given. You can use this figure directly to solve. So if we see the time period, that is n will be semi-annual compounding, to 6 multiplied by 2, there will be 12 half years. And talking about the rate, it will be 6% divided by 2, that is 3%. Therefore, applying the formula, principal is 1000, 1.03 to the power of 12. And this figure is already given in the question. So you have to multiply 1.42576. And answer is there on the screen, 1425.76. This is the amount. Also, we have to calculate compound interest. So subtract principal, that is 1000, you will get 425.76 as the compound interest. Okay, so this will be the compound interest. Manish has asked one question. If rates are on monthly basis, like 10% per month, see, if already the rate is converted, you don't have to convert once again. Okay, our main purpose is to convert as per the requirement. If compounding is done monthly, then we have to count n as number of months and rate as monthly rate. Okay, so if already monthly rate is given, then no need of conversion. Okay, and already if time period is already given in months, then no need of conversion. So always you have to match the things. In accounts also you have read one concept, matching principle. Same applies everywhere. In mathematics also we are applying the same thing, matching principle. Since compounding is on monthly basis, then time period should also be in months and rate should be on also on monthly basis. If everything is done on quarterly basis like compounding quarterly, everything should be converted into quarters. If everything is half yearly, then convert everyone into half years. Okay, so this is the simple matching principle which we have to follow. Okay, so this is done. Now again 14 is a similar question. Now let's move towards 15th one. Yes, now this time, on what sum will compound interest at 5% per annum for 2 years compounded annually be rupees 1640? Now this time you have to see that what is given in the question. Question is saying on what sum, that means principal we have to calculate, will the compound interest for 2 years be 1640? So 1640 denotes compound interest. This is CI. 5% is the rate and time is for 2 years. Since compounding annually is there, no need of conversion. No requirement for conversion. Now, we have to apply the formula for compound interest. So for compound interest, we have read the formula. Principal is common, then 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1. So in place of Ci, we can write 1640 equal to principal is unknown, then 1.05 to the power of 2 minus 1. Okay, so 1.05 then square minus 1. So we are getting 0.1025p and here it is 1640. Now let's calculate this. So principal we are getting as 16,000. Okay, so 16,000 becomes the principal. Then Miss Sakshi Muzwadia is asking one question, which calculator I should buy? See, for buying a calculator, you must see that your calculator must have all the basic features required. That is all the basic plus, minus, multiply, divide, then square root, then memory functions, M plus, M minus, MRC buttons, then one more is GT button. All these must be there on the calculator. And also you can feel the quality of calculator, it should be good. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि एक बार टेबल से गिरा और सारा कैलकुलेटर खुल गया. तो यूज प्रॉपर ब्रांडेड कैलकुलेटर, ऐसा हो कि वो गिरने से टूटे ना. अदरवाइज कई बार एग्जाम में स्टूडेंट्स के साथ में प्रॉब्लम होती है, टेबल से कैलकुलेटर गिरा एंड देन कैलकुलेटर खराब हो गया. उसके बाद में फिर वह एग्जाम में कोई रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है, कोई ऑप्शन अवेलेबल नहीं है. सो ऑलवेज यूज बेटर क्वालिटी कैलकुलेटर. एक बार 400-500 रुपए लगते हैं, लगने दें, लेकिन वो एग्जाम में आपको सपोर्ट करेगा और बार बार काम आएगा, नॉट ओनली इन फाउंडेशन बट ऑल्सो इन इंटर एज वेल एज फाइनल. तो बेटर है कि आप प्रॉपर अच्छी कंपनी का देख करके चेक करके ले जिसमें सारे फंक्शंस अवेलेबल हों. ओके, so this was example number 15. Now let's try example number 16. What annual rate of interest compounded annually doubles an investment in 7 years? So this time we have to calculate the rate of interest. So what should be the rate of interest? Compounding is on annual basis, doubles an investment. So now we are given this situation, investment is getting doubled. If the principal is P, amount will be 2 times of P. So amount will be 2P. Time period is 7 years. And some table value is also given. 2 to the power of 1 by 7 is already given here. So let us apply. Amount equal to principal 1 plus I to the power of n. Now in place of amount we can write 2p equal to p 1 plus. Now I we don't know, but the time period is there, that is 7. Now what can be done? P and P will get cancelled on both the sides. So what is the next step? 2. Now the power 7 will go on other side and become reciprocal. 7 power वहां जाके क्या बन जाएगा? 1 by 7. So 2 to the power of 1 by 7 is equal to 1 plus I. And this value is given in the question, that is 1.104090 minus 1 equal to I. Therefore, the value of I will be 0.104090. In terms of percentage, we can calculate multiply with 100. So 10.41% per annum. So this will be your final answer. Okay. So 10.41% is the final rate of interest. Okay, Akshay Kumar says, please repeat. See, इस question में हमने क्या किया है? जो में given था, that was amount is getting doubled. So if the principal is P, then amount will be 2 times of P. Okay, so therefore amount में हमने 2P रखा. First step में हमने क्या किया? Principal को principal से P and P got cancelled. Then पावर 7 अगर इस तरफ है, 7 को जैसे ही आप दूसरी साइड भेजेंगे, इट विल बिकम रेसिप्रोकल. ये हमने किया था इन द टॉपिक लॉ ऑफ इंडिसेस. तो दोज हु हैव नॉट कवर्ड लॉ ऑफ इंडिसेस कैन कवर दैट टॉपिक सो दैट ऑल दीज काइंड ऑफ डाउट्स विल गेट सॉल्व. ओके, तो इंडिसेस से कनेक्टेड जितने भी डाउट है वो सारे आपके क्लियर हो जाएंगे. So 2 to the power of 1 by 7 की वैल्यू आपको डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चन में अवेलेबल थी. Then we have subtracted 1 and got the value of I. Then Nidhi Yadav is asking, if this value is not given in the question and how to solve, then I have told you the trick twice. मैंने 2 बार आपकी जो ट्रिक है वो डिस्कस किया है इन द प्रीवियस सेशंस ऑल्सो. जो सिंपल इंटरेस्ट का हमारा सेशन था वहां पे भी मैंने डिस्कस किया था हाउ टू कैलकुलेट क्यूब रूट, फिफ्थ रूट, सेवेंथ रूट. तो जो भी रूट आपको कैलकुलेट करना है यू हैव टू फॉलो दोज स्टेप्स and you can easily calculate. तो अगर आप में से किसी ने मिस कर दिया है, you can see the previous session and वहां पर आप समझ सकते हैं वापस how to calculate the root on this calculator. All right. Now 17th one. In what time will rupees 8,000 amounts to 8,820 at 10% per annum? 8,000 is the principal and 8820 is the amount. Rate is 10% per annum and then compounding is done on half yearly basis. Okay, compounding is half yearly, so therefore we have to adjust the time and rate, but time we have to calculate, therefore we can adjust the rate. So I will be 10 upon 2, that is 5%. I will be 5%. So let's calculate. amount we can write 8820 equal to principal is 8000, then 1.05 to the power of n. The power of n. Now 8000 will go on other side and get divided, is equal to 1.05 to the power of n. Now let's divide and see what we are getting. 8820 divided by 8000. So it is 1.1025 equal to 1.05 to the power of n. So this is the equation. अब हमें क्या करना है? Now you can solve using options also. You can solve using options also. Like say option is A is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So you can try those options also, or you can try it directly on the calculator. Like type 1.05 on the calculator, press multiply and equal to. This will be the square. So check whether you are getting this value on square, on doing cube, on doing power 4. So when you are getting this value. So 1.05 multiply equal to. As soon as we are doing the square, we are getting the same value. That means 1.05 to the power of 2 is giving us 1.1025. Therefore, the value of n is 2. The value of n is 2. Okay, but you have to be careful while giving the answer. Since n is 2, now what is 2 here? Interest was compounded half yearly. So these two are the half years. These two are the half years. Now we have to convert it again into year. So 2 half year means 1 year. 2 half year will give us 1 complete year. Okay. So at last, you have to be very careful while selecting the option. So 2 half years, that means 1 complete year. Okay. Now 18th one, you have to try only. I will not explain this question, but this is very, very simple, similar to what we have done till now. Find the rate percent per annum if 2 lakh amounts to this. So 2 lakh is the principal, 231 is the amount, 1.5 year is the time, and compounding is done half yearly. So rate you have to calculate. Rate you have to calculate. So time we have to convert because compounding is done half yearly. Half yearly means multiply with 2. So n will become 3. N will be 3. So Dimple has given the answer 10%. Okay. So n you have taken 3. Then the next step is put the values. So 231 divided by 2 lakh. We are getting 1.157625. Now you have to check the power and see what is the value. So one by one, you can check, or simply you can try the cube root also. If you want to do, you can do the cube root. Now, how to do the cube root? Let me explain here again. The situation here is 1.157625 is there, and on the other side it is 1 plus I to the power of 3. Now this 3 will go on other side and become cubic root. So 1.157625 whole to the power of 1 by 3 equal to 1 plus I. So therefore you have to find the cube root now. Now, so for calculation of cube root, the first step is type the number on calculator 1.157625. Now press under root button for 12 times. Press this root button for 12 times. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This was first step. Now the second step is minus 1. Subtract 1. Third step is, since it is cubic root, so you have to divide it with 3. Divide it with 3. So dividing with 3. Now the fourth step is add 1 plus 1. Okay. Now the last step. Last step is press multiply and equal to, this is one time, multiply equal to again second time. So this process you have to do 12 times. Press multiply and equal to for 12 times. So you are getting the answer on screen as 1.05. So 1.05 is equal to 1 plus I. So 1 will go on other side and get subtracted. So 1.05 minus 1 equal to I. Therefore, I will be 0.05 or 5%. Now, this is as per half year. This is half yearly rate. This rate is half yearly. Now, convert this rate into yearly. Convert this rate into yearly. So, 5 into 2 will become 10% per annum. 10% per annum. So everyone has given the answer 10%. Yes. So this is the correct answer. All right, everyone. Then next one, 19th, you can try. It's very easy. A certain sum invested at 4% per annum compounded semi-annually amounts to 78,030 at the end of 1 year. Then you have to find the sum. You have to find the sum. So this time rate is given. So I is 4%. Then compounded semi-annually amounts to. So amount is given 78,030. So since it is semi-annually, divide the rate by 2. Therefore, I will be 2% for semi-annually. Then time given is 1 year. So therefore, n will be 1 into 2, that is 2. So you have to calculate the principal. So 78030 equal to principal 1.02 to the power of 2. Now simply you can do this on calculator. 1.02, press multiply equal to, and then m plus button. Then 78030 divide MRC, press equal to. You are getting the principal as 75,000. So all this calculation can be done on calculator. Okay. So principal is 75,000. Then Miss Emmy Mishra is asking one doubt for the previous question, that why we have taken 12 for root. See, the 12 is a fixed number. This is the part of the formula. So therefore you have to always press root for the 12 times only, and into and equal to again for 12 times only, whether it is cube root, fifth root, seventh root, or any number root. You have to press 12 times only. So 75,000 is the final answer. Then the next one. This time you have to calculate the time period. Rupees 16,000 invested at 10% per annum, compounded semi-annually, amounts to 18,522, and find the time period. So first of all, we can convert. I will be 10 upon 2, that is 5%. Time we don't know. So principal is there and amount is also there. So 18,522 equal to 16,000. Then 1 plus I, so 1.05 to the power of n. So let's divide how much we are getting. 1.157625, and here 1.05 to the power of n. Now you have to check what should be the value of n. n की place पे हम क्या रखें, so that you can get this figure. Okay. So you can put the value of n and check what you are getting. So when you are trying 1.05 to the power of 3, you are getting the result. Therefore, n is equal to 3. So 3 is the half years. You have to convert it into number of years. It will become 1.5 year. Okay. So 3 is half years. Therefore, in order to calculate number of years, so 3 half years means 1.5 year, 1.5 years. This is the final result. Okay. Now 21 is a bigger question. So let's have a break of 5 minutes and then we will be continuing with these questions. Okay. So have some water and then come back in 5 minutes. Ready, sir? Oh, so welcome back, guys. So now we can start with example number 21. So this is a very good example and based on one practical situation. So example number 21 says a person opened an account on April 2011. So account was open on this day with a deposit of rupees 800. 800 was deposited in the account. The account paid 6% interest compounded quarterly. So 6% becomes the rate of interest and compounding is done quarterly. On October 1, 2011, he closed the account. That is, after 6 months, he closed the account. So this is the important date and added enough money to invest in a 6-month time deposit. Now he is investing into a time deposit for rupees 1000, again earning 6%, but this time compounding is on monthly basis. Compounding is on monthly basis. So let us write down all the given situation first. So he opened a bank account, okay, and the date was 1st April 11. Since only April is given, so we have taken as beginning of April. Then the tenure is of 6 months, and after 6 months, that is on 1st of October, he has closed down. So the tenure is 6 months. Amount was initially 800. So after 6 months, how much he will receive, we don't know at present. So we can calculate it. The rate of interest was 6% per annum, but compounding is done on quarterly basis. Compounding is done on quarterly basis. This is the first situation. And then what he has done after the amount he has received in October, he invested again the same amount. He invested again that amount for 6 months. For 6 months. Then compounding was now monthly basis and rate of interest is also for 6% per annum. So all these required figures, we have to find it out. So first of all, we have to see here the conversion period, the number of periods. So 6% is per annum and compounding is quarterly. So therefore, I will be 6 upon 4. That is 1.5% we have to take. 1.5% we have to take. Then number of time period. Time period is 6 months. 6 months means half year. Multiply by quarterly is there, so we have to multiply with 4. Therefore, we are getting 2 quarters. So of course, there are 2 quarters in 6 months. So n is equal to 2. Now we can calculate the amount. So amount is equal to principal 800 multiply by 1.015 to the power of 2. And then multiply with 800. So we are getting 824.18. So till now, what is happening? The person will receive 824.18 rupees on 1st of October. On 1st of October, the person is receiving 824 rupees. Now, the second thing was what was asked in the question, that how much the person is required to invest on 1st October. 1st October को so कितना पैसा और invest करना पड़ेगा, and question has already told us that he has to deposit 1000 rupees in total. 1000 रुपए उसको टोटल डिपॉजिट करने हैं और उसके पास अवेलेबल कितने हैं 824, तो कितना और डिपॉजिट करना पड़ेगा. So 1000 minus 824 0.18. So therefore he has to invest rupees 175.82 more. इतना रुपया उसको और डिपॉजिट करना पड़ेगा, so that it will become 1000. So now he has invested rupees 1000. So we can put some gap here. So plus 175.82 and it now become 1000. So this 1000 was invested now, right? Now how much he will be receiving at the end of 6 months? That is on 1st April 2012. How much he will receive on 1st April 2012? So this time again we have to do some conversions. So I is 6% per annum, but for monthly we have to divide by 12. So 0.5%. N will be half year multiplied by 12, that is 6 months. So since 6 months are there, monthly compounding is there, so already we are having 6 months. Therefore, amount is equal to principal is 1000, then 1.005 to the power of 6. And then multiply with 1000. So the amount is 1030.377. So we can write here 1030.37. This is the amount. And the third requirement is how much total interest he has earned. How much total interest he has earned. If we see the first 6 months, then we can calculate the interest as 824.18 minus 800, that was 24.18. In the next 6 months, we can see again that it is 1030.37 minus 1000. So he has earned 30.37. Now after adding, we are getting how much? 54 point something. So 54.55. This is the total interest earned. Okay. So in this way, we have solved the complete question. The question was having 3 parts and all the 3 answers we have calculated. Okay. So it's clear now. Now, the next important topic is the effective rate of interest. So since we are doing compounding half yearly, compounding monthly, compounding quarterly, so rate is getting adjusted. We are adjusting the overall rate. So how much rate it will become, that is known as the effective rate. तो जब भी हम टाइम को कन्वर्ट करते हैं, रेट को कन्वर्ट करते हैं, तो फाइनल रेट हमें क्या पड़ती है, उसको हम बोलते हैं इफेक्टिव रेट. Like for example, normal rate is, let's say, 6% per annum. But अगर हम उसको invest करते हैं on compounding half yearly, then what will happen? This is the given situation, 6% per annum compounding yearly. But if we are doing 6% per annum compounding half yearly, then convert the rate. So rate will be 6 upon 2, that is 3%, and number of half years will be 2. एक साल में कितने half year होंगे? 2. So effective rate कैसे calculate होगा? The formula is same, but we don't have to use the principal. Only we are dealing in rate. So 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1. What is the formula? 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1. So let's simplify this. 1 plus 0.03 to the power of 2 minus 1. So we are getting 0.0609, and to calculate in terms of percentage, we can multiply with 100, so it will be 6.09%. 6.09%. Then if it is done on, let's say, quarterly basis, so 6% rate was per annum. Now compounding is done on quarterly basis. Then what we have to do? So in that case, we can apply the conversion. I will be 6 upon 4, that is 1.5%. Therefore, effective rate will be 1 plus 0.015 to the power of. Now, how many quarters are there in 1 year? So it will be 4 quarters. So power will be taken as 4. Power will be 4 minus 1. So 1.015 to the power of 4 minus 1. So we are getting 0.0613. Multiply with 100, so 6.13%. तो जितनी ज्यादा हम कंपाउंडिंग करेंगे उतना ज्यादा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट आएगा, उतना ज्यादा रिटर्न हमें मिलेगा. तो सेम थिंग वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड इन द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस. जितनी ज्यादा कंपाउंडिंग करेंगे उतना ज्यादा अमाउंट होगा, उतना ज्यादा कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट वी विल अर्न. Okay, तो same is here. अगर compounding yearly कर रहे हैं, then rate is 6%. But as soon as we are doing half yearly, so it becomes 6.09. और quarterly किया तो it becomes 6.13. So as we are moving forward, we are doing more compounding. That means the rate of interest will be more. Now the fourth portion is 6% per annum, and compounding is done on monthly basis. So I will be 6 upon 12, so 0.5%, n will be 12 months. So let's calculate. Effective rate equal to 1 plus 0.005 to the power of 12 minus 1. Let's calculate this. So we are getting 0.0616. So 6.16%. 6.16%. All right. So this is the final result. So 22 we have already done now. Then 23 is also similar. Yes, let's try 24th one. 24. Which is better investment? 3% per year compounded monthly, or 3.2% per year simple interest. Now there are two aspects, two situations, and we have to compare two situations and check which is the better investment. So first option is 3% per year compounded monthly. So we can simply calculate the effective rate here. So 3% is there, but compounding is on monthly basis. So we can calculate the effective rate and compare. So effective rate will be 1 plus 3%. So 3 upon 1200 whole to the power of 12 and then minus 1. So since it is monthly, we have divided by 12 and power will also be 12. Let's calculate power 12. We are getting 0.0304 into 100. So 3.04% will be the effective rate for compound interest. Whereas in simple interest, the rate is 3.2%. So which is greater? Of course, 3.2% is greater. Therefore, simple interest is favorable for the investor. Okay. 3.2% is greater. So investment for simple interest will be opted. Ritu says this chapter also seems easy by using calculator tricks. Yes, you can do it very, very easily. The complete subject is, I think, very easy. All you need is a bit of practice, some calculation tricks, and nothing else. All right. Then Aditya Darshan is asking about some extra questions. See, I have told you you can download the application and you can ask your doubts and additional question also you will get there. The name was Students Clinic. You can use that and you will get the additional questions there also. Okay. So Students Clinic and you will get there. Okay. Now the next one, exercises 4B. So let's have a rapid fire for some of the questions. Question number 1. Principal is given, rate is given, time is there, calculate the amount and compound interest. So you can do this completely on your calculator. 1.05 to the power of 4 and then multiply with 1000. So you are getting 1215 and compound interest will be 215. So simply you can calculate this on your calculator. Answer will be option number A. Okay. Now, second one. Rupees 100 will become after 20 years at 5% compound interest. That means you have to find out amount. Principal is given here and amount you have to calculate. So amount will be 1.05 multiplied to the power of 20. So how much you are getting? 265 is the amount. Amount is 265.32 and compound interest will be after deducting principal 165.32 or 33 you can say. So the compound interest will be 165. Option number C. In the third one, you have to calculate the effective rate of interest for 3% per annum payable half yearly. label half yearly. So let's do this. Half yearly means convert the rate. So I will be 3 upon 2, that is 1.5%. N will be 2 because there are 2 half years. So 1.015 to the power of 2 minus 1 multiplied by 100. So how much you are getting? 3.0225. Option number C. C option is the correct answer. Now, fourth we will do afterwards. Let's do question number 5 now. Question number 5. Amount is given, NR is given, compounding is half yearly basis, and then you have to calculate the principal. So principal is required now. Compounding is half yearly. Simply you can try on your calculator. Half yearly, so time will be double, rate will be half. So time will be 4, rate will be 3%. Then amount is given, you have to find out the principal. So 1000 is equal to principal, then 1.03 to the power of 4. So how much everyone is getting? 1.03 to the power of 4 and then divide it with 1000. So someone is getting 826, 688 by Manish, 862 Dimple. Okay, everyone is getting some different answers. See, you can do this completely on your calculator. Type 1.03, press multiply, and then equal to for 3 times. Okay, so it will be power 4. Now press M plus button. Save this into your memory. Press M plus button. After doing M plus, now type 1000 divide MRC and then don't forget to press equal to. Press equal to. After pressing equal to, answer will be on your screen 888.48. This is the final answer. 888.48. Okay. But if you are doing round off, you will get the answer as 1000 divided by, the total is 1.12 something, and if you are doing the round off, you will get 1.13. So 1000 divided by 1.13, you will get 885 as the answer. Okay, so if you are taking all the digits completely, then 888 is the exact answer, or if you are doing the round off, then you will get 885. as the answer. Okay. So first option was incorrect. C option was incorrect. Option number B you can tick. Okay. So whenever you are taking all the values, if that is not in the option, try with the rounding off. If you are getting the answer with rounding off, then you can tick that option. So here option number B is correct. 885. All right. Because we have done the round off and answer is 885. Okay, Aditi. Emmy has also done. Akshata, Dimple, Aryan, Ritu, Aditi, Pramod. Great. So now the next one. Sixth one. The population of a town increases every year by 2% of the population at the beginning of that year. That means this is the situation of compound interest कि साल की शुरुआत में जितनी पॉपुलेशन होगी उसका 2% बढ़ जाएगा. नेक्स्ट ईयर भी साल की शुरुआत में जितनी पॉपुलेशन होगी उसकी 2% से पॉपुलेशन बढ़ जाएगी. Now the number of years by which the total increase of population is 40%. So total population में कितना increase हो गया है? 40% का increase हो चुका है. Okay. Now we have to find the number of years कि कितने साल में ऐसा होगा. कितने साल में 40% का increase आएगा. So see the what is given in the question कि अगर population 100 है और वो टोटल कितना इंक्रीज हो गया 40%. Therefore amount we can write as 100 plus 40%, that is 140. If the principal is 100, amount is 140. Population is 100 in the beginning. After some years, it is 140. Though, so we have to find out the number of years. कितने साल लगे हैं population को 100 से 140 तक पहुंचने में? This we have to calculate. Now the rate is 2% every year, 2% per annum. So we have to apply the formula for compound interest. So amount is 140, principal is 100, 1.02 to the power of n. So n is not available. We have to find out the n. So 140 upon 100 is equal to 1.02 to the power of n. Now 1.02 की पावर में हम कितना रखें जिससे 1.4 आ जाए? So you can see the options. Options are 7, 10, 17. इन तीन में से कोई ना कोई ऑप्शन होगा. So let's try with these options. So 1.02 on the calculator, press multiply and then equal to. Equal to is giving you the square. Then power 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. पावर 17 के अंदर आपका रिजल्ट आ रहा है 1.40. जब मैंने इक्वल टू को प्रेस किया 16 टाइम्स, दैट मींस पावर आया 17 एंड 17 पावर में आई एम गेटिंग 1.40. तो 17 पावर में I am getting 1.4. Therefore, n is equal to 17 years. n is equal to 17 years. तो 17 साल में population 40% से बढ़ जाएगी. All right. Yes, Aditya, Aryan Kumar and Manish has given the answer. Ritu has also given, and then Dimple. Great. So 17 is the correct answer. Then comes the next one, question number 7. The difference between CI and SI on certain sum of money invested for 3 years at 6% per annum is 110.16. Then find the principal. So इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के दो मेथड्स है. देयर आर टू मेथड्स टू सॉल्व सच क्वेश्चन. वन वे इज अप्लाई द कंप्लीट फॉर्मूला एंड देन सॉल्व. कैसे करना है? लेट मी डिस्कस द फर्स्ट वन. आफ्टर दैट आई विल बी शेयरिंग द ट्रिक. ओके. तो फर्स्ट मेथड इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ एसआई एंड सीआई. तो पहले फॉर्मूला लिख लेते हैं. व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर सीआई? इट इज प्रिंसिपल 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 minus simple interest. Simple interest is PIT is the formula. Now दोनों का जो difference है, it is given in the question as 110.16. This is given. So इसमें formula apply करते हैं, we will get the result. We can take P as common from both of them. तो P हमने दोनों में से common ले लिया. Then what is left? 1 plus I. So the rate given is how much? 6%. So 1.06 to the power of 3 minus 1 minus I into T. I is 6%. Time is 3 years. And this will be equal to 110.16. So let us simplify. So 1.06 to the power of 3 we are getting, and then minus 1. So 0.191016 minus, here we are getting 0.18 is equal to 110.16. So what is the difference? P into 0.011016 equal to 110.16. Now ये तो figure है, P के साथ multiply हो रहा है, it will go on other side and get divided. Therefore value of P will be 110.16 divided by that figure, we are getting 10,000. So principal is 10,000. So in this way we can calculate the principal. So this is the first way. This is the first way to calculate the principal. Now second way to calculate the principal is find difference upon difference. Difference upon difference. In numerator the difference will be of rupees, and in denominator difference will be for rate, that is in terms of percentage can be there. So rupees mein difference is already given 110.16. Now difference in rate. So compound में rate क्या हो जाएगी? 1.06 का power 3. 1.06 का power 3. उसमें से -1 कर दिया. So we are getting effective rate as 19.1016%. Whereas simple interest में कितना मिलता है हमें? 1 year का 6% है, then 3 years का it is 18%. So what is the difference? 1.1016% is the difference. So we can divide this and the result will be 10,000. So in this way you can calculate 10,000 very easily. All right. So difference upon difference, and this question is most important from exam point of view. ऐसा question बहुत बार exam में repeat होता है. So this is the favorite question. All right. So seventh we have done 10,000. Then yes, now it's time to solve question number 4 and 8. These two are similar questions, and the rest, most of the questions I think we have covered. So this is a different one. So let's do this. Or one more thing before that, you can try question number 12 first. This is exactly similar to 7th question which we have done now. So first you can try the 12th one. After that we will be doing that scrap value question. Okay. So difference is given and you have to calculate the principal. So difference in rupees upon difference of rate. So difference in rupees is 2400. No, this time the question is different. The question has given the principal. You have to find out the difference of simple interest and compound interest on rupees 2400. So this time 2400 is the principal, and difference in rupees you have to calculate. Upon difference in rate we can calculate easily. So for compound interest 1.05 to the power of 2. So how much we are getting? Minus 1. So it will be 0.1025, or multiply with 100, it will be 10.25%. Whereas for simple interest, 5 for 1 year and for 2 year it will be 10%. So difference will be 0.25%. Difference will be 0.25%. Now substitute the value. So 2400 multiplied by 0.25%. You will get rupees 6. So this is the difference in simple and compound interest in terms of rupees. All right. Okay, everyone. Now the next one. So next we are doing is 8th one. Now the question number 8 is talking about the useful life of a machine is estimated to be 10 years. So 10 year is the time period, that is the life, and the cost of machine is rupees 10,000. Rate of depreciation. So depreciation means the decrease in the value of asset. Decrease in value of asset is depreciation. You already have done this in your class 11, 12, and then CA foundation also, accountancy. Now we have to calculate the scrap value at the end of its life. So scrap value means kitna value bachega. So what is the formula for this? So scrap value is equal to cost multiplied by 1 minus I to the power of n. The formula is almost similar to the compound interest formula. In place of plus I, you have to do minus I. Rest everything is same. So in place of amount, we have written scrap value. In place of principal, we have written cost. So SV means salvage value, or the scrap value you can say. Scrap value or salvage value. C is the cost of asset. I is the rate of depreciation. I is the rate of depreciation. N is the time period. So therefore, you can substitute the value now. So scrap value you have to calculate. The cost is 10,000. Then 1 minus I. I is 10%. So 0.10 to the power of 10. To the power of 10. So let's calculate. 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9 to the power of 10. then multiply with 10,000. So here you are getting 3486.78. This is the scrap value. Option number A. Sindhu is given option number D, but A is the answer, Sindhu. Then Emmanuel Joseph is asking, will there be question to find the difference of rates? Yes, it can be. You can easily find out how much is the difference in both of them. So difference can be in terms of rupees, and can be in terms of rate or percentage. Anything can be asked. So it's easy. So the final scrap value is 3486.78. So option number A is the correct answer. Now you can try the fourth one. Now in question number 4, it says a machine depreciated at the rate of 20% on reducing balance. Okay, this is a normal method. The original cost of the machine was rupees 1 lakh and its ultimate scrap value is 30,000. Find the effective life of machine. This time we have to calculate the life, that is the time period of the asset. Okay, so apply the same formula and try. Till then I'm making the space. Let's make some space here. So the values given in the question was the cost of asset, that is rupees 1 lakh. Scrap value is rupees 30,000. Then rate is 20% per annum. And you have to calculate the life, that is the time period. So apply the formula. 30,000 is equal to 1 lakh into 1 plus I. So 1.2 to the power of n. Sorry, we have to do minus. So 1 minus I to the power of n. So 30,000 upon 1 lakh, it becomes 0.3 equal to 0.8 to the power of n. Now you have to put the value of n and see when we are getting 0.3. So 0.8 multiply equal to power 2, power 3, power 4, power 5. So when n is equal to 5, that is when power is 5, then the value is 0.32768. And when n is 6, we are getting 0.26214. Now there is one problem. And when n is 5 and n is 6, we are not getting the exact value. That means our result lies between 5 and 6. Exact answer ना तो 5 है और ना 6 है, दोनों के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं आंसर लाई करता है. So we have to find the perfect answer. हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या थी? 0.3, बट n5 रखने पे आ रहा है 0.32, n6 रखने पे आ रहा है 0.26. So how to solve this? So simple average we can do here, 0.3, here 0.32768, and here we can write 0.26214. Okay. Now here n was 5. So n की वैल्यू ये तो क्लियर है 5 से ज्यादा है. So we can write n is equal to 5 plus. Now what is the upper value? Upper limit क्या है? 0.32768. This is the upper value. इसको हमें कहां तक लेके जाना था? Up to 0.3. So we have to subtract 0.3. Upon में क्या आएगा? Upon will be total difference. Upon में आएगा total difference. So 0.32768 minus 0.26214. So this is the total difference. Okay, so let's simplify this. So we are getting 5 plus 0.422, that is 5.42 years. 5.42 years we are getting. So let's check the option. Option is B, 5.4 years approx. Yes, so N is 5.42. B is the correct answer. So in this manner, you can solve the questions. Okay. So now in compound interest, all the variety given in the question bank is covered. Let's see one or two more questions if available here. So we can try the next one, 13th. Question number 13. The annual birth rate and death rate per thousand are 39.4 and 19.4 respectively. So 39.4 denotes the birth rate and 19.4 denotes the death rate. Now the number of years in which the population will be doubled. So what is the requirement that population should be doubled? Assuming that there is no immigration or emigration, यानी कि लोग हमारे यहाँ से हमारे देश से बाहर नहीं गए हैं और ना ही बाहर से कोई यहाँ पे आया है, तो पॉपुलेशन में क्या चेंज हुआ है? सिर्फ कुछ लोग का जो बर्थ हुआ है दैट इज एडेड और जिनकी डेथ होगी दैट विल बी सबट्रैक्टेड. ये सिचुएशन है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द ग्रोथ रेट. So first step is the calculation of the growth rate. Now, how to calculate the growth rate? Growth rate कैसे निकालेंगे? So it is birth rate minus death rate. Birth rate minus death rate. Birth rate is 39.4 per thousand, whereas death rate is 19.4 per thousand. Therefore, growth rate will be 20 per thousand. If we have to convert in terms of percentage, because always we are doing all the calculation in terms of percentage, so we can cancel 0 with 0. Now, upon 100 means what? Upon 100 means percentage. So it can be written as 2%. So population is increasing at the rate of 2% per annum. Population is increasing at the rate of 2% per annum. So this is the growth rate. All right. Now what is the requirement? The population is getting doubled in how many years? कितने सालों में population दुगनी हो रही है? So if the population initially is 100, then the population is getting doubled. तो amount कितना हो जाएगा? 200. You can take P and 2 times of P also, या फिर 100 and 200 also can be taken. So if the principal is 100, population after is getting doubled, so it is 200. I will be 2% per annum, and N we have to find out. So let's apply. 200 is equal to, now the principal, 1 plus I to the power of N. 0 and 0 got cancelled. So 1.02 की पावर में हम क्या रखें so that we can get 2. Let's try. Power 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's calculate. Yes, 1.999, that means 35. When power is taken as 35, we are getting 1.999. It is nothing but 2. So when N is equal to 35, we are getting result as 2. The population is getting doubled. Therefore, it will take 35 years to double the population. So in 35 years, the population will get doubled. So this was question number 13. Option number A, 35 years. Now the last question, question number 14, you guys can give the answer. It's very easy. It says the compound interest on rupees 4,000 for 6 months at 12% per annum payable quarterly is. So the time is 6 months. The rate is 12%, but compounding is quarterly. So 4,000 is the principal. N will be, now 6 months is having how many quarters? 6 months is having 2 quarters. Rate, 12% is the per annum rate. So therefore quarterly rate will be divided by 4, 3%. So let's calculate and let me know. So everyone has given option number A. Yes, 243.6, option number A, everyone is correct. Then Dimple is asking about to repeat question number 4. Okay. See, in question number 4, what was required? Machine की जो cost है, that was 1 lakh. Scrap value was 30,000. Depreciation का rate है 20%. And you have to find out the life. So life आपको calculate करना था. So therefore, we have applied the formula. This is the scrap value, principal, then 1 minus I to the power of m. Okay. So we are getting 0.3 is equal to 0.8 to the power of n. Now the point is n की place पर हम क्या रखें so that we can get the 0.3. Now the problem is exactly answer नहीं आ रहा है 5 में और ना ही 6 में. The answer is lying between these two. So therefore हमें यहाँ लगाना पड़ेगा proportionate method. So 0.3 is the requirement. Upper limit आ रही है 0.32 and lower limit is 0.26. तो हमें क्या करना है, बेसिक प्रपोर्शन का जो तरीका है वो अप्लाई करना है. सो 0.32 माइनस 0.3, अपर लिमिट माइनस जहां तक आपको पहुंचना है, डिवाइडेड बाय द टोटल डिफरेंस. दोनों में टोटल डिफरेंस कितना है? सो बाय डूइंग दिस यू आर गेटिंग 5.42 years. Okay, Dimple? Yes, so I think everyone has given the answer. So we have completed the second part of time value of money, which is compound interest, and the most important topic from exam point of view. So you have to practice all these questions today by yourself once again, so that in examination you will be easily able to solve all the variety of questions. Okay, and if you need some more question and you want to ask some more doubts, I have told you the method. You can reach to us and your doubts will be solved. Okay, so Ritu says, thank you, dear sir, for the amazing session. So my pleasure. So it's time to say goodbye, everyone. And let's meet in the third session of the chapter, which is day after tomorrow. That is on Thursday. So till then, bye everyone. Take care and see you soon.